Hey guys, it's Mommy. What are you doing, woman? Well, this week, this video is going to be kind of serious in nature, and as you can tell from the title. And also, my back's getting really tired because I've been filming all day. So I'm going to lean back in my Dr. Evil chair. Let me scooch in. And talk to you today about parenting in the digital age. Yeah. So, who's your children's favorite YouTuber? The answer should be Mommy and Gracie show. No, seriously. Who's their favorite YouTuber? Again, please pardon the noise of construction in the background. That will be going on for 4 months at least in my house. And we all need to learn to live with it, including you, because I can't film at night, because by nighttime, like most mommies, I'm like this. So, did you not know the answer to the question, who's your child's favorite YouTuber? You didn't? Okay. That's a problem, because they probably have one. So do your kids have, like, a device of any kind, like a phone, like one of these things? Maybe you have little kids and you got them, like a Knobby tablet or a Curio or one of the children's type tablets. Yeah, do they have any of those? Your older kids have phones. You want to sort of be careful and know what your kids are doing, because I'm going to tell you something really scary right now. Several times a week, we get a comment on the Mommy and Gracie show that says, "Hey Mommy and Gracie, I really love your show. Can you send me dolls? My name is Susie Smith and I live at 12 Jones Street in somewhere USA." That's right. There are children commenting on YouTube videos, giving their name and their home address to a complete stranger because they think they know us, because they see us on their screen all the time. Yep. It's true. I've talked to a number of parents about Instagram, because tweens are on Instagram a lot. That's our biggest social media audience, is actually on Instagram. And so I'll talk to parents, friends, I'll just switch positions. We're having a serious conversation, so I need to move around. So, and I'll talk to them and I'll say, "Oh, are your kids on Instagram?" And they'll be like, sometimes they're like, "Oh, yeah, I think they have an Instagram account." You think? You don't know? How do you not know? I'm sorry if I'm sounding really judgmental right now, but how do you not know what your child is doing online? That's not good, because let me tell you, I can see what goes on Instagram, and you may not want your child seeing some of it, okay? And you may want to know what your child is posting, because your child may look like an angel, but they may be learning things from people on Instagram and reposting things on Instagram that would shock you. So if you don't know if your kid has Instagram, you need to go find that out. You need to go find out, do they have Vine? Are they on Snapchat? You need to get yourself an account. You need to follow their accounts. And if they don't like it, they need to not have their device for a while. Really. You need to do this. Because I see so many unsafe things happening, because I am on YouTube and social media every day as part of the Mommy and Gracie show, I feel so powerfully, strongly about the subject of online safety. So you're thinking, I don't even know what to do. Well, you just need to go look at their device. If they're using your YouTube account, you need to go look through the YouTube account. Go look at the history. Go look at what they're watching. Are you okay with what they're watching? When Gracie was little, Gracie was not allowed to be on the internet unless one of us was in the room with her. She was not allowed to watch YouTube for a very long time unless one of us was with her. And mostly we used to lay down at night before she went to bed when I was still working, and Gracie and I would watch YouTube on my iPad together. That's how I learned all about YouTube. And then as she got older, she was allowed to be on the internet. Mostly she's always on YouTube or playing Minecraft, but she's and still is allowed to be on the internet alone. without us in the room, but the door has to be open and there can't be any headphones so we can hear what's going on. We make periodic visits to the room, just in the course of doing our stuff. I also, she does have her own YouTube account because she has her own YouTube channel, just for her Gracie stuff. But I can see everything that she does on that channel, every comment that she makes, everything that she likes, and and I'm not going to lie to you. There have been times when I've seen something and I've said, "Whoa, okay, Gracie, we need to talk." And some of those conversations have been around things that about online bullying, which is a thing, but more so sometimes I'm like, Gracie, are these girls like picking on you on Instagram? I'm seeing some stuff going on here in the comments, and are you okay? Do you want to talk about it? Do we need to block some people? Let's talk. And there have been times when I've sat her down and I've said, all right, sweetie girl, because that's what I call her, because that's what my mom calls me, I want to talk to you about this little direct message conversation that's going on between you and a bunch of your friends on Instagram. And, if they were maybe talking about another girl who was not included in the conversation, and I'd be like, that's kind of what you're doing is kind of mean or bullying. Because, again, your child may look like an angel, but nobody's child is an angel. I was not an angel. It's funny, I'm wearing a Weeping Angel t-shirt. I was a good kid, but I was not an angel. And no child is. So if you don't know what they're doing, you don't know if they are being bullied, but you also don't know if they are bullying. And you maybe don't want to find that out by getting called by the principal and having to come to school and being shown some stuff that's happened online, because that happens a lot. And that's not how you want to find out that your kid's been doing something inappropriate. So I'm going to give you a pop quiz. You're like, no, I'm out of school. I don't do this anymore. So I'm going to give you a pop quiz right now. Get a piece of pen. Get out a piece of pen. I told you, I can't brains after 6, and it's only 3-something right now. So, are you ready for the pop quiz? All right. So, ready? There are 10 questions. Number 1, and you've had time to think about this because it was the first question I asked you. Number 1, give yourself 10 points if you can name one of your children's favorite YouTubers. You get 10 points. Number 2, give yourself 10 points if you know your child's Instagram handle, Twitter username, Vine username, Snapchat. You only have to name one. And you get 10 points if you can name any one of those. Okay? Number 3, give yourself 10 points if you know how to see your child's texts on your devices or on your computer or through your cellular provider. Because you can, that last one is a thing. Number 4, give yourself 10 points if you have had a conversation with your child about the dangers of giving out personal information online in any form, anywhere, to anyone. Okay? 10 points. And you're going to sit there and go, well, my kid's only 5. As soon as they are able to go online, you need to start having the conversation, okay? Number 5, give yourself 10 points if location services are turned off on the apps that your child uses on their devices. What? If you don't know what I just said, you can go to your where you bought your phone. You can look it up online. You can go to Genius Bar at Apple. But your kid might be Instagramming, and every picture has their location on it. So if anybody wanted to stalk your child, find out where they lived or where they were at that moment in time, they could find them. Number 6, give yourself 10 points if you know what fandoms is your kid into. Okay? You get a bonus 10 points if you know what a fandom is. Number 7, who are your child or children's online BFFs? So who are their online best friends? And I don't mean like Susie from school is like her BFF and they're online together. No. Who are their online BFFs? Who are their best friends online who they've never met in person? Who are they? Do you know? And do you know if they're really a child? Number 8. Do you know if your child uses a chat feature when they are playing games online? Like when they're on their Xbox, are they chatting? Are they talking to people through a headset? If they're playing Minecraft, are they chatting? Are they chatting with people in online games that they play? Are they chatting with people on apps? They can do that? Yeah, they can. Give yourself 10 points if you know whether or not they do that. Number 9. Do you know, give your 10 points if you know whether or not your child has been bullied online or if they have been an online bully. If you're not sure either way, you don't get 10 points. And give yourself 10 points if after taking this quiz and watching this video, you're going to make some changes and look into some things. Because it's really important. It's very, very important. So one of the biggest dangers, folks, is that we don't know who's on the other side of that screen. And your child's online BFF who claims to be another 14-year-old girl who's into the same fandom, and oh my gosh, they have so much in common. It's just crazy how much they have in common. And she posts pictures of herself. There she is, right? That's her. You don't really know that that's her. So that's why your child has to be so careful about sharing their location and their last name and, personal information, even with their online BFFs. Now, we've had the opportunity actually to meet some of Gracie's online BFFs, which is really, really cool. And they actually are real girls. And Gracie has come to me and asked me if she could FaceTime with people that she has become friendly with on Instagram. And, I've agreed that, they could FaceTime each other. And so, I've seen these girls, and I can now recognize their voices. I hear Gracie talking to them, and it's so funny because the whole bunch of them will get on like FaceTime together, and it sounds like she's having a sleepover, but it's actually these girls from all over the country, which I think is just really, really cool. So I'm not saying that your kids should not make friends with people online. I think it's absolutely an amazing gift of living in the digital age that your child can make friends from all over the country and all over the world. What I am saying is that you still need to be so very, very careful. And if you don't know what's going on, you're not being careful. Again, I'm telling you, I get comments all the time with kids giving me their address. They give us their phone numbers, okay? It's scary. It scares me every time I get one because I wonder how many other times have they done this. And the reason that your kids do that is because they think they know us. But they don't. Now, I'm telling you, we're not likely to come kidnap your child, okay? We're not creepy people. But how do you really know that? Right? I mean, how many times has it turned out that some celebrity has been a creepy person? How many times has it turned out that a teacher has been a creepy person? Right? And we can't live and put our kids in a bubble. And we can't protect them from everything. But we need to try to protect them. And the number one best way to do that is to educate them, to make sure that they understand the dangers and why. Don't just tell them don't give out your information. I have always told Gracie why she doesn't give out her information. It's just like when you teach them about, stranger danger, right? I mean, we want to be polite to people, but we don't want to get into some strange person's car, right? So, we need to do that. And the other second most important way that you can do this is to know what's going on. Get yourself on the social medias that your kids are on. Watch YouTube with them. If they're watching, kids don't watch TV anymore, okay? So watch YouTube with them. Find out who the heck are these Mommy and Gracie people? I can't tell you how many times we get recognized in a store by a small child. I mean little. I mean 4 or 5 years old. A kid will recognize us, come running up to us, hug us, which I don't mind, but their parent that they are with has no idea who we are. And they'll be like, who, how do you know? And they're looking at me, they're looking at their kid, and they're like, how do you know? And I'm like, hi, we're on YouTube, we're the Mommy and Gracie show. That's, probably where she knows us from, and, and then they'll be like, oh, really? Oh, you have a YouTube channel? And I'm thinking, why do you not know that your 4-year-old watches so much of our show that they can recognize us in Target? How do you not know that? But my favorite thing is when parents see us in the store and come up to us and they'll be like, oh my God, I can't believe it's you. Oh my God, my kids love you. Can I take a picture with you so I can show my kids that, I really met you? Because that tells me that this parent knows what's going on. I've had people in another aisle come around and tell me that they've recognized my voice or Gracie's voice because they hear it so much because their kids watch us. That means that they're listening to what's going on. I mean, I know what I Has Cupquake sounds like. I know what Think Noodle sounds like, Graveyard Girl. I mean, those voices are emblazoned into my consciousness because Gracie watches them all the time. So that, again, that's another, I'm like, wait a parent, you recognized my voice. So you really need to try to figure out a way to get this into your life and to keep your children safe online, because online in the digital age we live in is a wonderful place. Believe me, it's awesome and it's so cool. But like every other cool thing in the world, you wouldn't put them on a roller coaster without the safety harness. Don't let them go online without having protection and without educating them on what the rules are and how to stay safe while they're online. It's that simple. So if you have any questions for me about online safety, please put them in the comments, and I will try to answer them to the best of my abilities. And if you have any subjects that you would like me to talk about parenting and toys and parenting, more about parenting in the online world. Mostly I like to talk about toys and games and dolls, mostly. But, I'll talk about some parenting stuff too. Please let me know what you would like Mommy to say next in Mommy Says. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing to the Toy Insider. If you haven't already subscribed to the Toy Insider, please do that now. I will be here every Monday with another Mommy Says, so you don't want to miss those. Please thumbs up this video so the Toy Insider lets me keep making Mommy Says videos for them. And until next week, I hope you have a great week, and we'll see you again soon. Thank you. Bye!